In the quiet suburbs of Clinton Township, Michigan, a faint blue light once pulsed from an ordinary backyard shed. It wasn't Christmas decorations, it was radiation. And at the center of it all stood a 17-year-old boy, David Hahn, whose dream of becoming a scientist would spiral into one of the strangest nuclear incidents in American history. This is not science fiction. It really happened. David was born in 1976, fascinated by chemistry before he could even drive. His parents divorced early, and the garage became his laboratory, his refuge. At 12, he was already distilling household chemicals, setting small controlled fires, and memorizing nuclear handbooks borrowed from the library. Teachers saw brilliance, his friends saw danger. When most teenagers collected baseball cards, David collected elements carefully labeling jars of lead, barium, and americium. He dreamed of joining the Atomic Energy Commission. He wanted to prove that a single person could master the power of the atom. By 17, David's obsession turned methodical. He gathered smoke detector cores, camping lantern mantles, and clock dials that glowed in the dark. Each contained trace amounts of radioactive material, americium, thorium, and radium. Piece by piece, he extracted and concentrated them, guided only by old nuclear physics manuals. In his small shed, he built a crude breeder reactor using foil, batteries, and charcoal briquettes as moderators. A homemade Geiger counter clicked faster every day. "It's working," he wrote in his notes. The readings are climbing, but so was the danger. Radiation doesn't announce itself with fire or smoke. It seeps silently into bone and air. David was too close to see it. August 31st, 1994. A neighbor spotted strange activity and called the police, thinking David might be building a bomb. Officers opened the shed. Inside, chemical jars, scorched metal, and a box wrapped in duct tape, reading, "Radioactive, do not touch." The Geiger counter screamed. Within hours, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency arrived in hazmat suits. They measured radiation 1,000 times higher than normal background levels. The entire property, house, yard, and soil was declared a contamination site. Trucks hauled away barrels of waste to Utah for disposal. Reporters soon named him the Radioactive Boy Scout. David never faced prison. Authorities called it reckless curiosity, not malice. Yet the investigation changed U.S. policy on nuclear materials and consumer goods. He later joined the Navy, trying to rebuild his life. But exposure left scars, physical and psychological. In 2016, at 40, David Hahn died alone in Michigan from radiation-related illness and substance abuse. The boy who once tried to power his neighborhood could no longer power himself. Curiosity is humanity's greatest gift and its oldest curse. Every discovery carries a shadow. David's story is a warning written in light that brilliance without guidance can glow too bright and burn everything around it. Innovation needs limits. Ambition needs humility. Because the line between genius and disaster is thinner than a strand of wire in a homemade reactor. DarkTech Chronicles, where human genius meets human error.